Hello guys, it's your boy Viper here today, and we're gonna do an episode of Game Takes, episode 47. Today's episode will be talking about virtual reality on the rise. Well, that's the topic name. It's mostly focused on VR and VR chat. I have been really addicted to some of the TikToks they have been posted in, let's say, the last 3 months, from popular names like Spuzz and ICVR, and I was just kind of interested to kind of get into this topic because I knew also in the past, not from those two creators solely. We can also kind of talk about, I think, Josh Dub. I think that's one name I remember. But I just kind of want to get into this topic because I think it'll be something really interesting, especially with how it blew up on TikTok. So we're going to do a little bit different today. As you guys we're going to let our guests introduce themselves, and then we'll get through it.
Hi, I'm. Oh,
There
are we
you
good?
go. Yeah.
Okay. Hi, I'm Kimmy Cat _VR. Just a little bit awkward, but I've been streaming on Twitch for a little bit and all that, and yeah, and having a lot of fun doing it. I've been playing VR chat since last year, I think, and yeah, and I've had a VR since last year too.
Nice.
That's me.
Okay, so this is a little now. You guys might be knowing. Well, where's if you guys have seen these Zoom podcasts or any of my old ones where there's usually kind of not a face cam. Well, some of them don't have a face cam. Some, especially when I did the Xbox episodes where there's no face cam. This is not really unusual, except I want to do a different twist this time. Instead of kind of not having like a face cam, maybe just you guys can probably see on the top right side. It's just there's a profile pic there, and mine's under. I'm always have my face cam up because that's whatever. I want to do some of the differences. We're kind of talking about virtuality, and this is a scene where it's a lot. You can actually see the person from VR perspective. Let's just try to have the guests talk via VR chat. Let's try something a little bit different. So, yeah. So I don't have an opening type of question. Mostly those kind of we'll kind of skip for that. So first question I got for you is, what made you get into the VR chat / virtual reality realm overall?
Definitely 2018. Coming home from school, finding out that Hey MB got into VR chat. She was by far like my inspiration for VR chat because I loved that she was a yandere. That was my favorite part of it. But yeah, her, and then the streamer Lolathon, they both definitely inspired me and made me want to go and get a VR headset. But I was very young at the time, so I didn't have the money for it. But then last year I got the money for it, and yeah, that's when I started playing VR and VR chat. And VR chat was the first game that I downloaded.
So did you have any other gaming history in the past before you get into VR chat? Or like did you ever
Yeah.
stream on Twitch beforehand?
No, I never streamed on Twitch beforehand, but I did play like other games like Minecraft, COD, and stuff like that. Um, but yeah, once like I started playing VR chat, that's when I wanted to start streaming because I saw that there was like all these streamers streaming it, and I really wanted to become one of them for sure.
Actually we'll get to the couple questions later, but how did what did those two kind of influencers do to make you get interested into VR chat? Like what made them unique to kind of say, wow, that looks pretty cool?
Like Hey MB went into Publix, and she would just like talk to random people. That's kind of what I wanted to do. And then Lola just scares people. So yeah, I think that they're like really amazing influencers for sure, and they uh they introduced me to this amazing game.
One more question, one more kind of based off this question. How many people have you, like, since you started streaming last year? I know it's not really a long time. This kind of has existed for a couple years, especially with kind of Oculus and other VR systems. How many, like, just from your streaming, how many people got into VR chat or virtual reality streaming, whatever the case is, because of you, if you know any?
I want to say at least 10 have told me, but I don't know if anyone else has. But yeah, at least like 10, and even just right in my chat, like a few days ago, someone was like, "Hey, Kim, you inspired me to actually start playing the game." It's like, "Hey, that's awesome. I'm glad that I did that." But yeah.
That's good to hear. So next question I got is I think I just found that I was trying to come with more questions that so one thing I saw a tweet come out from you. It says so the question I got for that is what would you consider someone to be a V YouTuber? This is I think I just saw it. So just go, let's just ask this. Like a V YouTuber. What is like a V
Hmm.
YouTuber?
A VTuber is usually someone who doesn't show their face. I don't really consider myself that only because I've shown my face and I'm comfortable showing, like, I'm very, very comfortable showing my face. I don't do it often, um but definitely someone who doesn't show their face and everything, uses like a virtual avatar. I don't have like a, I think it's a Vroid model. I think that's what it's called. I'm not completely sure. I don't have that. I just have my VR chat model. But
Uh,
yeah, I don't know. I don't know what I really consider and what I don't consider because I don't know if I consider myself part of the community yet or not. I'm not sure.
it's a I'm just actually speaking of community. How many like just so kind of actually no I have this later on, but how many people are usually in like a VR chat session or like in your session specifically?
Only because like my computer, it's not the best. I will usually have like on stream, I'll have like 2 to 3 people with me. Sometimes it all depends on if my computer wants to be laggy that day or if it wants to finally work right.
Mm.
So it all depends on that. But yeah, I would say at least like 2 to 3 people on streams, and then off streams, I'm hanging out with whoever.
Also, speaking of V2 YouTuber, that kind of relates to kind of YouTube side. Have you focused on? I found you via Twitch. That's usually kind of how I found most of the potential guests that didn't respond or did respond but didn't make it due to business. Which again I respect that because again it's kind of hard path to pursue, especially streaming and off streaming and all that. How have you pursued YouTube yet with this? Like, do you just feel like would you rather do Twitch to kind of produce the content or YouTube, or you want to do a mix?
I'm actually wanting to start to do a mix, but I suck at editing. So I've really only been focusing on Twitch. But eventually I would love to have like the best part of my VODs be uploaded to YouTube for like, just other funny stuff, I guess.
Hmm.
But yeah, eventually for sure.
Okay. So next question. This kind of is not really based on the VR chat game, but it's kind of based on virtual reality. Since we are talking about virtual reality, do you think our current life slash world is a simulation?
Oh, I like this one. This brings me back to when I used to watch like those theory videos. Honestly, sometimes only because I don't know. It's like it's weird. I don't know if you've ever seen that video of that bird who literally was hovering in the air. That is a simulation. No, but seriously, like sometimes for sure I feel like this world can be a simulation, but sometimes not. It like with what's going on with VR just feels like SAO to me. That's
Hmm.
it.
I honestly I feel like you imagine like having like a second life. I think so for someone like you know you got your real person life, you know, like something you can move like you know not virtual, you know, not cartoon like, and then you got your virtual life where it's you know it's cartoony. You
Yeah,
know
which
you can see how you can live two different lives. Just I know it's less it's more consequential in one life. It can you know it could I don't know. I'm trying to say, like there's more consequences in one life than you know the virtual reality life, and like you try to live your perfect life in virtual reality that you kind of want to simulate in real life or kind of want to portray in real life. You know, it can go back and forth.
mhm,
You kind of
I like
understand.
that.
And also, I think imagine like you kind of imagine your life. You dream. Everybody dreams a lot. You always think about at certain points what happens if I made this decision, or just say I changed my decision. Like just say for example, what happens if I did not, okay, I'll go with a good kind of example. So say I'm playing golf with playing golf with my friends, and I had a busy day. You know, I didn't want to play golf today because I was sick. Actually, no, for example, like so going to like high school, you skip a day of school and you miss all this activity, and all this drama that was all this drama. It's like what happens if I went to school that day? I will not miss all that. It's always like you can it's always in your mind. It's like what happens if I made the change my decision? I did this instead of that. How our lives be different. And really con- that's really been decided by a lot of people. If they make those switch decisions, everybody thinks about that. So next question I got for you is what items, I don't know why I said gadgets, but slash gadgets are required slash preferred to someone who is trying to pursue VR chat or virtual reality?
So what most people don't know is that VR chat, you don't have to play in VR. You could just play on desktop. So honestly, what's really only required is just a decent computer. If you want to go how far I did, get a VR with full body. But that's very expensive. So I suggest to save up over time if you want to do that. And only get it if you're going to play this game a lot, because that's the reason why I got it. And I play it like every single day. I'm not addicted, but I play it every day. Uh,
So how does someone get the avatar? Because this has been shown with a
like
lot of these people.
personal avatar,
Yeah.
commissions. You can commission anyone on Twitter. Personally, I got lucky enough that one of my personal mods for my streams decided to actually make me my own avatar. But yeah, you can commission anyone. They're gonna be a little bit expensive. Even Fiverr, I heard that sometimes like some of them are actually like really really good.
You have a price
Uh,
tag for it? Like just say for yours,
Price
for
tag.
example.
Mine costed $0.
Oh, you got lucky.
Um,
But
yeah, only because of my mod. Um, but I'll have to say probably around like 50 to $100, even more. It really depends on the creator and also like what they're doing. Like if all the clothes are gonna be custom, if the hair is gonna be custom, the ears, if you want any, like all of that.
how long does it take to kind of, if you like, well, you're lucky your mod made for free, but just if you ask other people who created their models, how long did it usually take them?
Um, my mod, he worked on this one for, I think it was about a week, and then his own around the same time. But again, like that just depends on the creator, because it all depends on if you have the time for it, if you don't, or when you have the time for it. Like, it depends on a ton of factors. If you have school, if you have work. My mod, he only really played VR chat at like 9 p.m., so we had all day to work on it. That's why it didn't take as long.
Oh, okay. Also, well, last thing, before we get to the next question, how speaking of the outfit, like, is that the only, like, you have to pay for each outfit, or is it just like, can you ever, I forgot, like, oh crap, I was
Oh,
trying to
so
probably say
do you have to like pay for each outfit
it's,
individually?
yeah. Like, do they give you, like, if you pay for it, do they give you like a full set, or is it just say for outfits, for example, not the kind of your character face and all that and all the rest of like just kind of. So actually, no, let's not go for new character. Let's actually just go for the outfits. So just say you're wearing a red long sleeve shirt with a skirt, and we'll probably forget about the hair part, but just like that, and you want to change like to a blue, do you have to pay like a blue long sleeve shirt? Like, do you have to pay for that, or is it just, did they
Um,
give you like a set amount, like different colors of that same outfit, except you have to pay, it's just for that $50 price?
I honestly don't know how that works, but I know they would probably just recolor it. So I don't think it would cost. that much. I'm not sure because we recolored this one too because it was like pink and gray. Uh, but yeah, I don't know. I'm sorry.
That's okay. I'm not expecting to kind of know that much, especially kind of someone made the outfit for
Yeah.
free. So also kind of never mind. Let's kind of skip that. I was kind of go for more about the outfits, but it's kind of out of the way. So just say when you hop into VR chat, what is the overall objective every time you hop into VR chat? Like, what do you want? What do you try to accomplish for yourself, and for, just like for yourself, and what do other people try to accomplish?
Uh, if I'm not streaming, it's to go into Publix and make friends. Because I just want more friends in VR chat. Like I love to just vibe people like in this game or vibe
Mhm.
with people in this game and all of that. And yeah, that's usually my objective. And if I'm feeling antisocial, then I'll probably just like go do something else. Like you could watch movies in VR. It's actually really comfortable. And yeah,
Also, so that so what happens like on stream, like for say,
on stream the objective.
yeah, what do you like? What actually no, not really objective, but what do you kind of usually do while you stream VR chat?
Usually I'll just like talk to my chat and everything and I'll like talk to them about like some stuff, like fun stuff. Sometimes we do get into like other topics and everything, but we try to like stray away from like other topics just so that we can stay in our little like good vibes bubble. But
So you
yeah,
do like kind
and
of like a Q&A kind of style question.
in a way, yes. I'm what I'm what is considered a comfort streamer. So, uh, it like gives other people to just like talk to and just like, I always tell like everyone like my DMs are open if anyone needs anything. And some of my chat calls me the mom of Twitch. Just because of how like passionate I get and everything and all of that. But I usually try to make people happy and just feel better. And yeah.
So what are since you kind of mentioned your comfort VR streamer, what are the kind of the other types of like VR streamers on Twitch? Like what if you kind of know? Because the only one the only one I ever saw was like kind of mute, and I'm just curious if there's more.
So there's Comfort VR streamer, Mute, uh, our peer, which is just the role players. Um, there's like people who really like they just go around in Publix or they go with their friends. There's basically all of that, I believe. I don't know
Mhm.
if there's any more. I'm not too sure on that.
So did you ever kind of get into what did you ever start? Excuse me. Did you start as a comfort streamer or did you switch into comfort streaming in the recent
Uh,
months?
yes, I switched into Comfort streamer. I was like one of the people who would go and explore worlds and stuff and go to Publix, but then like some crazy stuff happened and I am never going to Publix on stream ever again. Uh
Is it usually a mess in Publix? Kind of like when I
um
watch kind of the YouTubers like Spuzz, Icy, it doesn't seem much like a mess, but
if they know that you're streaming, that's a bad thing. Cuz
oh.
yeah. Cuz then they'll try like anything in like it this is not everyone obviously. I've met really sweet people in Publix, but uh like some people they will go out of their way to like mess up your stream or like mess up just your vibe in a way. So I usually don't go to Publix on stream. Off stream I will, and yeah, and then no one bothers me. But yeah.
Okay, just curious on that one. So next question is, what is your overall identity with? I actually I don't know how I came. Well, this kind of relates to. What is your overall identity with your VR chat character, and what identities do you see from other players? So, like, what I mean by identities is like personality types, like personalities. Just like for example, furries or something
Mhm.
around the. If you kind of understand where I'm going from
I
there.
I am a yandere fox girl. Uh that's what I consider my avatar as. I have a knife and everything. I'm not gonna pull it out though. Um, but in the other identities I see, definitely see a lot of yanderes. Not mostly streamers, but a lot of yanderes. um, definitely a lot of furries I see. I'm actually friends with a few furries because they're very sweet people. Um, and see, like there's obviously like the wolf girls, fox boys, wolf boys, cat girls, cat boys. There's a ton of like different personalities in VR chat that I can't even name them all, but those are just like a few that I see around. And yeah.
Is that what everybody kind of what it starts up as? Is kind of like what extra the VR character is that when you load up into the game? Does everybody kind of start as a kind of like a furry character? Where they start as like a wolf or I forgot like a wolf or a fox, or is just like when you load up into the game, you can choose whatever model.
Yeah, you could choose whatever model. Usually you'll start off in like a robot avatar so that uh, they'll like give you some worlds and stuff to go to for avatars.
Oh, okay. Just curious on that one. So actually, since we're kind of talking about the furries, like if you did you ever I don't know, is this kind of personal? It might be a little bit more personal. So sorry if this kind of comes out. This doesn't what I say doesn't come out right, but how many of them are like a majority of the population who are furries actually furries like they do it in real life? And second, so let's go with that one first. Like if you ever like asked them or something like that.
Um, I don't really ask many people if they do it in real life, but I know I do have a few friends who actually do it in real life, and personally, I have nothing against it. Go ahead, do it. What you ever do whatever you want to do. Like go have fun. But I'm not really sure the percentage at least. But I would
I don't
say
need the numbers, but that might be a
yeah,
little bit hard.
yeah, I would say like probably I don't know if this is like too low or too high. Probably like at least a 10%, even more than that. I'm not sure.
Hmm.
Some people just like to keep like their identity in VR chat or just their identity in real life. It really depends on the person.
Have you actually been never mind, we'll probably skip that. I was gonna come with something but it doesn't make any sense and that might be a little bit too personal. But so next question is I added this. How does VR chat solve um so VR chat for example has a lot of LGBTQ members, which I will hopefully do a topic next month talking about it. So how does VR chat solve the LGBTQ issues in gaming or kind of so in real life too?
This game is amazing. I can't say all, but I can say most people in this game, because of how diverse we all are, they're all very, very supportive of LGBTQ plus, uh, like just everything, transgender, all of it. Like personally, I'm very supportive too. I've always been because I'm always about like love who you want to love, be who you want to be, don't care what others think about you. Like I'm always all about that. Um, but definitely I would say like a good percent is very, very supportive and like 9 times out of 10, they're gonna be like, I still love you. But yeah, that's what I love about this community, that it's very, very great in that way. And yeah, you can just be yourself and no one's gonna care. It's like just be yourself. You wanna be a furry, go ahead, be a furry. You're part of the LGBTQ plus, no one's gonna bash you for it. And that's the amazing part, and especially in my community, no one's ever gonna bash anyone for anything.
So since so that's great to hear because that's one thing I kind of noticed when trying to find a guest is like yeah they're very open about the LGBTQ because there's a lot of streamers on the top side. How does it compare to so you played Minecraft and COD in the past? I think you probably still probably play it a little bit today, but like just how does it compare? Like compare like what is it like kind of you're not just say you're not part of LGBT but like LGBTQ like how does it handle in COD as compared to here VR chat?
Oof. Uh, I don't know. I don't like talk in COD or anything because like some, you're probably a gamer, like
Yeah, yeah,
COD lobbies, Black Ops lobbies, not the best, but I would definitely say like I don't know the percent for COD because I don't talk in there only
yeah.
because of how negative they can be. But I would definitely say like VR chat is the way to go if you want a very supportive community. Um, and COD is really just a game to play with no mic, not being able to hear anyone.
Yeah. Is it so kind of with that? There's a lot of LGBTQ kind of yeah. If you kind of go off as that, and the unless you know you stream, it's usually not a big problem. But like, just say you're not doing it, like you just head up in the search lobby, it's going to be a big issue. Just if especially you meet the wrong type of people. But kind of, do you ever meet those type of people, or they just kind of just provide in VR chat? Is there like hate, like any like I don't know, bad environments, toxic environments kind of per se?
Yeah, sadly enough, like there is that small percentage of VR chat people who are like that. But the best thing to do is literally just like mute them or block them. That's usually what I'll do. Cause like personally, I am personally straight. But like I said, I'm extremely supportive. Um, but like when those people start like bashing others, I just like basically I just tell them to shut up and I'll just mute them and then I'll carry that, like I'll be like, hey, let's go over here, let's go to this world instead, so that that person can't bother you anymore. I'll try to like bring people out of that situation and so that they don't feel alone or anything, because I know how that feels. Being alone sucks. So I always try to help people with that.
Okay, so the next question is, do players slash people like you or artists use VR chat or other virtual reality games, or kind of if you stream virtual reality on just you use like a virtual reality face cam or something like that to escape the in real life IRL lives, so in real life lives, like for mental illnesses or anxiety problems, and try to live a different life by VR? I don't know. It's kind of a hard question. I'll probably repeat it again if you.
I don't try to live like a different life, but I do get in personally, I do get in VR to escape what's going on in the world right now and just my own anxiety that I have, my own depression that I've struggled with. Like, I'm very open about all this. I'm sorry if it's a lot on you right
That's
now.
fine. That's fine. I was
um
suspecting it.
but yeah, I've been open about this for like months now. But yeah, I usually like to just get in VR because I escape my own struggles that I'm dealing with, and I escape what's going out there right now and all of that. And it's a good way to also like help cope with your anxiety and everything. My anxiety isn't as bad as it used to be now that I'm like starting to get comfortable.
Hmm.
And ever since I like started streaming and everything, I'm not as like nervous to stream as I used to be, because you always have like that like mentality like, oh, no one's gonna like me, no one's gonna watch me. Like you always have that mentality when you first start. But and then I guess one day it just kind of happened and I was like, oh, hi. And I'm such an awkward person, as you can tell, especially meeting new people. But
Yeah,
yeah,
that's fucked up.
yeah, I definitely think like VR is definitely a great escape. Don't play it all the time like me, because you can actually ruin your eyes that way. But yeah, definitely like at a healthy playing hours and all of that. It's a good escape from what's going on and all that. And yeah.
So how? So you start playing. You started streaming last year. You started playing VR last year, or in the last couple of years. Back in 2018 or 2020. I kind of forgot. Sorry.
2020.
Okay, 2020. So this was during times of COVID. This was so kind of how, like, when before you got into VR during like the first couple months of COVID, like how bad was your mental health issues, like with the depression, anxiety, before you
Oh
started getting
god.
into VR chat?
Very very bad. Very bad. It was getting worse. And then I got my VR headset and I actually met my boyfriend that I have right now. And we have been dating ever since. And he's helped me through it. So has VR chat, like a ton. And it's crazy that like a game can really help you and like not completely make me better because I know really the best way to actually feel better is to just talk to like a therapist, which that doesn't always work for everyone. Um but yeah, like definitely like VR and VR chat. Props to you for being out because I don't know what I would have done. I wouldn't have met the love of my life. I wouldn't be here obviously standing in full body. But yeah, definitely it helped me a lot. Meeting some of the really amazing people in this game. Yeah.
So, kind of going on this, like, has this kind of VR chat? I got two more things to kind of add to that question before we get to the next one. Has VR chat helped you after, like, ever since you started streaming? Has it helped you in your life with kind of social skills? Let's go with that one first.
Yes. Immensely, and it's scary because I used to be like one of those antisocial people. Like, I didn't really like to socialize all that much. And even at my job at the time, I didn't really like to socialize there. Just take the orders and like cower away. But like now, I'm not as bad with it. I can hold conversations. Like I'm pretty good at that. Finally, I'll still ramble every now and then. Uh, but yeah, definitely I feel like VR chat, just me talking to random people on the internet, has helped immensely with that. Um, but I have developed a sort of speech impediment. So thanks VR chat. But
uh,
yeah, that's about it.
so, second thing I want to ask with that, before I get to the next question, is kind of, VR. You kind of, you're probably gonna keep streaming via the virtual reality for a while, but you gonna be very open? You kind of already said you kind of showed your face out, like, you kind of use virtual reality as escapes. Someone doesn't actually get to see your own kind of your own face or something like that. Just kind of, a lot of streamers don't show their faces, or just for example of this, that corpse husband. Everybody probably knows that name. Is the one who's a faceless streamer. Everybody wants to know who he is. There's many other streamers. Um, we're probably not going to count the super small ones, because they're kind of starting Twitch. It's probably they already, whatever the case is. But or Corpse Husband, Swagger Souls. There's many more who haven't shown a face, and they probably won't ever. Like, do you feel like keeping your privacy is the best way to find society? Like, keep, like, just being private with yourself, not showing your face is the what I'm trying to say. Do you feel like you want to keep yourself private for a while, or just say you blow up in the next couple months, you start, okay, VR chat has been successful. When have I tried a different platform, like, I stream Minecraft, you said you were interested in Minecraft. Would you be open to showing, like, your face and to the public, like, just kind of to streaming platform? Sorry,
Yeah,
that's a lot of words I
absolutely.
said.
Um, no, I get what you're asking. But absolutely, like usually whenever I do VR, obviously I don't do face cam because I have on a headset.
Mhm.
But like any other games, I don't mind doing face cam. And yeah, if I ever did stream Minecraft again, which I do want to when the new update rolls out, but like I honestly I would show my face because my face is already on Instagram. It's there. But and like I said, I'm not that uncomfortable with doing it only because I don't
You already
really
did.
like I don't yeah, and I already did. I don't really care what others like think about me or anything. I'm more just like, hey, like this is me, like me or not, like it's my face. It's what I gotta live with. Ow, I just hit myself. But yeah.
Actually, since you kind of I think you probably hit a lamp. How much room? This is kind of a little bit unrelated, but, like, how much room is, like, space is required for someone who has that full Oculus headset need for like to be able to do something like walk around or other stuff.
And this is how much room I have. I don't have much. There's my bed right here, and then my desk, my computer, and then a wall. I don't have much, and I can still walk around just a little bit. But some people have like crazy huge rooms, and they can walk around the perimeter and everything. But honestly, you could even just stand like in VR. You don't have to walk around. I used to just have like where I can only stand in one place, but I decided that that was a little bit uncomfortable. Um, but yeah, I would say you at least need like a little bit of room. Like I would say at least like a square around you, just so that you can like move around and grab things and not just have to like stay in one place. But that's totally up to the person. And yeah.
Okay, I was just curious on that one. So like just what happens if you never mind. So like what happens if you want to imitate running forward, but like just say you for example, you have to run, you have to run situation, just it's probably like a role playing situation, like what happened, like you just run in place and your character will automatically move forward or backwards, or do you just have something that controls that where you can possibly run or
So you can't really see, but there's a thumbstick right here that moves you. And so
oh
what I'll do is, because my avatar I can move as I'm like walking around, my avatar just randomly did this and I love this. And then you can like it's a
oh
workout, but you can do this.
oh
But it's a lot of fun. You can glide, you can like pretend to surf and all of that. It's definitely a lot of fun to do all those little role play. And then there's like the RP walkers who RP walk everywhere, but those are the people who have like a ton of space, so they're able to do that. I don't. I will probably break a foot by doing that. I'm not going to.
yeah, especially when there's a lot of clutter in like a bedroom.
Yeah.
So next question I got. So we have seen VR influencers like IC Gaming and Spuzz VR make VR chat more well known to people via TikTok and YouTube. Those, I think they're kind of TikTok. I don't know how much they're reaching. They're probably at the millions for both content creators. How come VR chat hasn't had much success on Twitch? Because when I notice, it's like always, unless you got one streamer it pops up properly, it's always like under 5K viewers per time.
Um, I feel like only because like there is like a lot of like, you know, VR chat creators who really just like kind of do what I do and just sit and talk. We most of the time we won't get like as much viewers as let's say like the Gator Lobby, or let's say like Ascension Academy. That's a role play. Um, and then on TikTok, usually it's just it's mainly the VR community from what I've noticed. Um, that your video might end up blowing up, and one of mine almost did, which is the crazy part.
Mhm.
But yeah, honestly, like, but some VR chat creators I do see like they get over 1,000 viewers, or they get like the Gator Lobby, they get like over 5,000 viewers for the main person. Um, but yeah, it really honestly it all depends on the content in a way. Um, and yeah, but everyone they're doing amazing no matter what, okay? No matter how many viewers you get, you're doing amazing, okay? All right, all right.
It's good to hear.
Mm-hmm.
So next question is, how does VR chat, like, kind of, as there's one you probably notice a lot. This has been the number one game on Twitch for most. I just say the last couple of years, thanks to this is a game I play a lot too. Thanks to moderators, so excellent, in Grand Theft Auto 5. The role playing community has made the game skyrocket. Though the online population, the GTA Online population, just the multiplayer non-modded is still popular. There's been It's just been a big blow up with the role playing. How does it kind of compare? How does it differ from VR chat, if per se? And also, I
See,
got a couple more things to add on to that.
Yeah, GTA. You can't play in VR,
Yeah, I
and
know
VR
that. This
chat. Yeah, you can play in VR. GTA. I feel like the roleplay there is honestly really amazing. I've watched a few of the streams. I don't know how these people do it, but they do it, and they're amazing at it. I want to learn how to roleplay, but like I said, I'm too shy. But VR chat roleplay is also really good. Like honestly, they're both like amazing ways to just role play and all of that, and it really depends on what you prefer. If you would prefer to maybe be in VR and be in full body and be able to just like move around, or if you would rather just be chill in GTA 5 and just role play with a few other people. But yeah, I think that they're both really amazing and amazing communities for sure.
will you just say, for example, like, will you ever get into it? Or like GTA 5 role playing, just if, especially if you kind of improve your social skills in the upcoming months?
um Honestly, if I was good at role playing and if I ever did get somewhat decent at it, I would love to. It seems like really fun. And I have GTA 5, so I would definitely I would be able to.
Have you, so like, what would, like, you watch all these streamers, what would be your interest, like, what role would you want to play? Just say, for example, there's cops, there's, you know, like, would you be a, like, for, let's try to do comparisons. Like, would you rather be a cop or a civilian?
Oh, a bad cop for sure.
I want more description on that one.
uh I guess like just how they have like good cop, bad cop. I would want to be the bad cop, the one who's interrogating the person and all of that. And just be knowing my personality, I would just want to be like just mean to random people.
Oh, I was taking this a different way. I was thinking good cop versus bad cop. The bad cop is
Mm.
being like a corrupt cop. So like they're actually, they're performing like drug
Yeah,
raids and all, doing like
we'll say
selling
that.
drugs to the public and all that.
We'll say that instead of me being mean to random people on the internet.
And also, one more. Actually, let's add on to this. Have you noticed, like, have okay? For let's add two more things. Have people ever asked you, to stream GTA 5 role playing? And second thing is, do you know, like, have other VR chatters that switched to like had to try GTA 5 role playing?
I've had a few people ask me if I would ever like try to join it. And I know a few other VRC streamers who also like to do GTA 5 roleplay. And yeah.
Oh, just curious. I feel like I would want to do it. Problem is I don't have a PC. Like I'm doing this on a laptop, so I can't run GTA 5. I think it would be.
Gotcha.
I don't know unless they release it for the Xbox Series X and GTA 6. I think that would be. But I don't think the console will handle it. I honestly don't think even with
Mm.
the next gen consoles, I don't think they will handle that stuff. But that's just impressive. Like that's I think one of the most impressive things game community's ever done is just
Honestly, crazy.
create a game that has role playing capabilities and make it actually work. And
Yeah.
that took many years to work. Like it's been existing probably since 5 years ago. I probably saw it like first time, and like the modders just kept improving. It's been great. Uh, so next question. Next question. This one's gonna be very odd. I don't know. I don't know. I just said it because this has been really controversial overall. Although this might not be so much of a concern for the VR chat community, but could the hot tub meta could the current hot tub meta affect the virtual reality scene overall, especially with the uh I don't know how much the sexual content so I'm gonna sexual contact some VR chatters portray. So I'm gonna explain two different things before we continue. Before you ask, you kind of answer this question. So the hot tub meta is where female streamers basically head into hot tub. They stream via the hot tub. So they have the bikini, um, and they kind of do like a chatting. So that's I don't know how it's split up, but it has. And what I mean by sexual content is kind of streamers, kind of VR chatters, kind of wearing outfits that are, I don't know.
Revealing.
Yeah, revealing. Let's go with that.
Um, Honestly, I don't have much an opinion on it because it's their content, not mine. Like,
Mhm.
the best I can do is if I don't want to see that is to just not watch it. But I don't think it's gonna really take over because I don't know. I just don't think it's really gonna take over Twitch. It's just like another subcategory in a way, and
Yeah.
it like it honestly doesn't affect anyone. It's their lives. They're able to do whatever they would like to on Twitch. Um, Maybe not be super sexual or anything or super
Hmm.
revealing, but it's kind of just like at a beach in a way where you're just watching someone in a hot tub. That's really all it is.
Is it so like? Is it prominent in the VR chat community where people kind of reveal like stuff like that?
Honestly, no. Like some people in VR chat like to
Is there like
do.
sorry? Is there like restrictions on it? Kind of.
It's a little bit more strict for the VR chat avatars, yes. Um, because some other like streamers have done like hot tub streams and everything. Some of them did get in trouble, but most don't. As long as like you're like as long as like what Twitch said, as long as it's not the focus of like everything, like your chest area and stuff, and as long as you're just kind of vibing, you're good. Um, but honestly, it it's just like another thing to do in a way if you really want to, and doesn't affect anyone. It's just other content. That's
Oh, I
all.
was just curious on that one because I feel
Yeah.
like that's I've seen a lot of YouTube videos and I was like, well, I might add up soon. So the last question I got before we get to closing topic question, what do you see for the future of the virtual reality slash VR chat? Like kind of what they kind of like the overall virtual the VR scene overall.
I feel like we're eventually gonna go. I don't know if you watch anime, but I feel like we're eventually gonna go into SAO.
Can you explain that a little bit more? So for other
So
YouTube videos and
SA
people don't understand.
SAO, yeah, SAO is an amazing anime. It's like about these kids that got stuck in like a game and everything, and it's kind of like virtual reality. And if they die in the game, they die in their life, basically. It's really good. Watch it. I'm not going to spoil it because I didn't watch enough of it anyways, but I've watched a little bit to know like kind of what it's about and everything. But I feel like eventually VR is going to want to get to that point. There's already like VR headsets that are tracking your eyes now. There's VR headsets that they actually want to I think they want to make with smell if I'm not mistaken. They eventually want to try to do that, which would be insane. But yeah, and like they put into like full body stuff and everything. Like you can get a haptic suit, which when people touch you like on your arms and on your chest, you can actually feel it, which is like which is just insane. But I feel like VR is definitely evolving at a very high rate, especially since like 2018. Like we went from 2018, like you just have VR, maybe full body if you want it, and now it's like you have VR full body haptic suit. Phantom touch already exists. Like that's something that I did have for like a day. It's like if someone touches your arm, then you can actually feel it, so you wouldn't have to get like a haptic suit to feel anything. And that's like something with your brain, and it really just depends on the person if you end up getting phantom sense or if you don't. I forget what the actual term for it is, but there's a scientific term for it. But yeah,
Six,
definitely I feel
no,
like
maybe not 6 cents, but that's kind of like reaction. That's not really kind of touch.
yeah. um I definitely feel like VR and just VR chat, it's definitely evolving, and it's going to keep evolving until it gets to its final form in a way, which is the crazy part. But yeah.
Kind of. Do you have any concerns for it? Like, kind of with what's kind of anything with like any concerns with this scene? Because I'm always kind of yeah. That's concerns for VR virtual reality overall.
um Honestly, not really. Like my only concern is if like You end up staying in VR for too long, or your eye is your eyesight going to be bad or anything, or like, just those little concerns, really. But honestly, I think if you're good with like monitoring how much you play and everything, then nothing's gonna happen. But yeah, still, I would say to anyone who's like trying to get into VR, just be careful. Don't play for like 10 hours at a time. Please don't
Mhm.
do that. And if you do, take breaks, like take an hour break in between, just so that your eyes have a rest and everything. And yeah.
Since you're kind of talking about the kind of side effects, like kind of what symptoms do you kind of feel with like kind of those prolonged prolonged VR sessions?
I'm very exhausted by the end of streaming for sure. I get a little bit dizzy only because like sometimes I'm in VR for like 4 to 5 hours at a time. Some people do it for 24 hours. I don't know how, but they are like superheroes. I swear. It's crazy. But like it all depends on the person. It really does. And if you get motion sickness or not. Personally, I don't. I only get motion sickness and like phasmophobia whenever I played VR on that, only because like I was scared, and also like just the movement's a little bit fast for me. So, yeah, it really depends on the person if they're able to do it or if they're not. Um and if they're gonna have any side effects.
So while I'm searching, so phasmophobia. Oh, I was trying to look for the definition. Um,
Phasmophobia, it's a scary game about ghosts and
oh,
you're ghost
oh,
hunters.
I thought you were talking about
Yeah.
like a symptom.
No, no, no. No,
Oh,
it's just a
no,
game.
actually it is.
Oh
You're
wait, it
kind of
is?
right. Yeah, phasmophobia is an intense fear of ghosts. So you're kind of yeah, it's actually based off the game.
Yeah, there you go. I didn't even
So
know that.
so kind of actually speaking, like, any is there any other VR like besides I kind of want to add this to on. Is there any other VR games that are popular right now that kind of that have similarities with VR chat? I'm just curious on that one because the only one I found was VR chat.
Um there is Chill Out VR and Neo's VR from what I've seen. And they're almost like VR chat, but they have a little bit like more features than VR chat currently. I've tried out Chill Out. It's pretty good. I mean, the full body is a little bit scuffed, but that's because they're like still kind of working with it.
Hmm.
And they're still trying to develop it. And then other just VR games in general, there's Beat Saber, really really fun. Job Simulator, played that when I originally had a Quest and then I switched to HTC Vive. But yeah, there's like a lot of really fun VR games besides VR Chat, but VR Chat is like the mostly known one for it. Yeah.
Um, so actually, never. So kind of one thing, kind of you can market. So what do you want? Since you kind of you play VR chat, what features do you want to see implemented into VR chat in the future? Just so any of the developers out
Ooh.
there can watch this podcast and say, oh, we need to do that. So yeah, kind of understand it.
Honestly, I would love for like an avatar search system so that if you know the name of an avatar and as long as it's public and you're not trying to rip any, because if you rip any, like don't do that. That's bad. But if like you search for a specific name for an avatar and only the ones in public worlds will pop up, that would be so helpful. Like, let's say if you're trying to look for a maid avatar, you're trying to look for like an e-boy avatar, you can find them easily instead of trying to look through each and every world and trying to find what you really want. That would definitely be a really cool feature. um, I like what they're doing in the summer with they're actually like kind of updating dynamic bones to be literally amazing. I'm really, really excited for that. A lot of the VR
Wait,
chat
what's sorry for interruption. Was Dynamic Bones?
dynamic bones is like you see how my hair is flowing?
Yeah.
It's like that. Um, but yeah, so they're updating it because right now, anyways, my avatar doesn't have many on its hair. they're gonna actually make it so that you can like move the hair up and everything, and you can move the ears around and it'll stay in place, which is like the really cool part about it. And yeah, so I'm definitely excited for that one. A lot of VR chat community has been wanting that. And I want more features for VR Chat Plus for sure to make it more worth it to buy. Um, because right now it's more so just so I can get extra favorite slots for avatars.
So actually, I forgot to ask this: is VR Chat free, and what is VR Chat Plus?
VR Chat is free. You choose whether or not you want to spend money on it. And VR Chat Plus is just a little way to help the developers. You get upgraded boost, so you can. I was boosted from known user to trusted just from getting it. You get 100 avatar slots, an icon that you can set as your profile picture, and yeah, I think that's about it. I don't know exactly,
Oh,
but
just curious.
yeah.
So the last question I got is, so this is a closing type of question. This is, what are your future plans in regards to streaming? And since I tried to come up with a closing question, type of question, like 30 minutes before the stream start. Congrats on reaching 3K followers on Twitch.
Thank you. Um, I don't know. Honestly, it's really just like gonna be streaming. This just VR chat mostly. Like sometimes I'll branch out to other games and all of that. Um, but most of the time I'm just gonna be doing VR chat just to give people someone else to talk to, even though they're random fox girl on the internet. Tries her best to give some advice at least. But yeah, I I definitely feel like I'm going to be in this community for a very long time, and I hope so because I have a lot of fun, and yeah, I just love streaming. It's so much fun.
Kind of curious, do you, since what other games do you feel like you want to branch out into? Besides VR
Um,
chat, I know you're probably gonna stick in VR chat for kind of throughout the streaming portion, but kind of just curious what other games interest you at the moment.
I would love to stream Minecraft, like I said. Maybe one day COD, even though I suck at the game, I would still love to stream it, only because I do have a lot of fun playing it. Um, and I think that's probably about it, to be honest. Maybe other games that I find along the way. I don't know yet, but I'll find that all out eventually.
Okay. Well, that's going to be the end of the podcast. Thank you, viewers, for watching. This is a little bit different because this is the first time. This is kind of cool. I kind of, since we're talking about virtual reality, might as well include a VR, kind of a working VR chat character as kind of during the conversation, a little different than kind of, maybe a profile pic, which again, you can still probably see on the top right with the profile, Kimmy Cat's VR picture, but also kind of not a real face too. Do you want to give so kind of give you a recap of what we talked about during the the Game Takes topic? We just kind of talked about VR chat and virtual reality, kind of on Twitch, and just kind of how VR chat works. So we learned a lot about that. Do you want to give any shouts to anyone before we end it off?
My friend Typical Rift, he's amazing. My friend VRC Flare, also amazing. Two amazing VR chat streamers who, well, Typical Rift, he's my IRL friend, but VRC Flare, I met him while I've been streaming. Let's see, who else that I can think of? Corowin, she's amazing. She's a mute in VR chat. I love her a lot. um, and uh, hi to anyone who I know that is watching.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's basically it.
Well, that's going to be the end of the podcast. Thank you, viewers, for joining. If you guys want to see a full playlist of the Game Takes, there's going to be a playlist on my YouTube channel at VipersXBL. We'll probably have a couple more podcasts in the upcoming weeks. We'll probably have, hopefully, in the next two, kind of in the upcoming weeks, two open talk podcasts with May and June edition. And we'll probably have a couple more kind of topic specific ones in the future. as I kind of come up with. Thank you guys for watching. Hopefully, you guys subscribe to my YouTube channel and Vipers XP on YouTube. And yeah, bye.